Thornberry released their new mastery system with a new expansion. There's been a lot of questions regarding the new mastery. How should you level up? What should you do? There's been a lot of guides out there, but in this video, I'm going to simplify it, make sure that you guys know what you guys should prioritize, how you should level up, and how the different systems work. So let's jump right into it. So the new mastery system we have right here, weapon mastery, and let's make it easy. The first thing that I want you guys to take a look at here is leveling up this mastery system, because in the end of the day, they basically changed the mastery system from being able to get to level 20 to now you can get to level 200. Level 20 before equal to level 80, but now you have to get to level 200. So basically they made it just the same, just that everybody starts from scratch again, and now you have to hit level 200, right? Now what I want you to take a look at, the first thing I want you to take a look at is the level up. Now, with the new level up system, when you guys do any contracts or dungeons where you get dues are basically the what we used to be before, but now they have a new item, which is basically this thing right here, which is the weapon mastery seal. So they changed seal to due. That's basically it. And when you get this by doing contracts or quests or any dungeons. You get the EXP in here. Now here you can choose if you want to level up your main weapons or your other weapons or whatever. Now what I want you guys to do is, or how I would do it is, I want you guys to take a look at down here. Here you have 4 passives that you guys can equip and use at all times. However, to unlock these passives, you need to be certain levels. What I want you guys to do is at least get to 390, so you have 3 passives unlocked. And it's not that hard to get to 390 because all you need is to have all your weapons right here leveled total together to 390. Now, as you guys know, when you guys get higher levels, for example, my greatsword, right now I have 3.1 million EXP to use. So if I use the 3.1 million EXP, I can level my greatsword from 98 to 99. That will only give me from weapon mastery right here 281 to 282. But if I want more passes, what I can do and what I'm going to do is I will level up my crossbow to level 5, my wand to level 5, my staff to level 5, and my longbow to level 5. And I'll still only use half of this EXP, so I can keep going, I can keep leveling this. So instead of getting 1 EXP, right, only 1 level here, I can get all these levels up. And if I accept it right here, I got to level 306 because I want to hit 390. So this is a way that I would want some of you guys to probably prioritize, is leveling all of these so you can increase your passives and get more of these unlocks. Now it's very important to know nothing has changed with the way you farm tokens, right? Now they unlock the new open world dungeons. I have been in the open world dungeons all day and I've tested them out. The weapons that you wear, which I'm right now wearing shield and sword, and I go into an open world dungeon and I start farming, you will get your EXP on the main weapons I farm. So it doesn't change, the EXP doesn't go into the level up. This is only if you get it through those new due systems. But if you're farming monsters, Abyss open world dungeons, it will go to the weapons you're wearing. So I leveled up a bunch of my sword and greatsword. So that's how I'm leveling up my main weapons. While extra EXP I get from quests, I invest in these so I get the unlock. Now when I hit 390, I'm not going to work towards 520 because then I'm going to prioritize getting my main weapons up faster. Now with the new systems, the new dungeons, it is, if you have a good team, it is probably faster to farm in the new dungeons. And but at the end of the day, running old dungeons or open world dungeons like Silius is probably still faster to get your weapon EXP up on your main weapons, right? Just that the loot is of course better, so I would highly advise you guys to use the new open world dungeons. But if you want to farm EXP, you want to farm your tokens, going to Silius is not a bad choice for your main weapons. So that's the 2 things you can level up. I will highly advise you guys to also try to get both your weapons to level 120, and I'm going to explain you guys the reason for that too. But that's basically the 2 things you guys can prioritize: getting your main weapons up and getting all these other weapons a little further up, right? Now I do wish that how the weapon system actually worked was if you have your weapons, right, and you actually level up, I wish all the EXP would go to this system, and I hope they change this. They shouldn't be that you get EXP with your weapons. I think all EXP should go to this, because right now as a tank, as a healer, you need to use your main weapons to actually level them up. But if all the XP went here, you could actually just wear DPS, I mean spear or dagger or whatever, to farm faster, right? So it's kind of made it like, still I think it's much better if all the XP just went to this, but right now it doesn't. But hopefully they change that in the future. Now what I want you guys to take a look at is also, if you don't want to play a weapon anymore, you can swap the levels. So like for example, for my sword, if I want to say like, you know what, I'm going to play great sword and dagger now. So I can swap my sword and daggers between levels with the conversion book right here. So if I swap here, my sword will become, my daggers will become 102, my daggers will become 22. Then you have to use the conversion book again to keep swapping in between each other. So if you guys want to, you want to make sure that you want to swap before you actually do it, because it's going to cost the conversion book every time you guys do this. Now, this feels like a full reset on the mastery levels in general. Getting to level 200 is basically like getting to level 20 before, or around the same time. But if we take a look at the nodes, let me explain the nodes, how they work for you. So each of these nodes right here gives you either attributes or gives you a bonus on your passive or active skills. So for example, this skill right here restores 10 stamina when activating counter barrier, immortal pride, or stalwart or bastion. This one gives you extra 10 stamina, like it says, when you're using certain skills like counter barrier, which is an active skill, immortal pride is an active skill, and stalwart bastion, right? And then you have others that just give you straight up attributes, and then some works on your passives instead, right? So all of them have different bonuses on the nodes. You want to kind of go for which one you want to get. Now, how the leveling of these things work is, let me explain something to you. So for example, this one, if we go low rank on these, this one, if I want to unlock this node, it will tell me what I need to unlock it. It says rare rank achievement effect 0 out of 2. Now these nodes are rare. You can see it on the top left, it says rare. And then these are uncommon and these are common. But it has to be the rare that is connected to it, right? So if you see there's the lines here, right? You guys see this? There's lines. Now I can either activate these 2 lines to get this, but I can also activate, for example, this one right here. The good thing about activating these is it doesn't really matter if I upgrade all of these, because once you have unlocked them once like this, they will stay unlocked, right? It does cost a lot, but if I'm building a different tree, it doesn't really matter. So to unlock these effects, you have to look at where the lines goes, right? So here the line goes like this way. I want this. Or if I don't want buff duration, or I don't want weaken resistance, I can do it like this. I can just go down on this, and I want this, I can do like this, right? It will activate. So now I have both this one activated and this one activated by leveling this one up, right? So this is how the lines work. You can connect them together, and you can unlock these passives or these nodes by connecting these things together, right? So you want to kind of find out the way you want to build and the way you want to go by looking at these lines right here. There's many ways to connect this. Like I don't have to connect like this. I can connect it through this one. For example, this one can connect to this and this, or this and this, or this and this. Like there's many ways to connect them, basically, is what I'm trying to tell you, right? So that's how you want to be connecting this, and you have to be wary. For example, let me give you an example, right? Some of these are not good for you, and this is a perfect example. We have the great sword right here, and the great sword has this vital conversion, and if you look at the vital conversion, it says a vital force effect reduces my hit. Okay, I don't want lower hit. If I don't have this, I don't have high enough hit to hit evasion players. So if you accidentally activate it, which I can because I have this one active, right? So if I upgrade this one, for example, or this one, let me do it for you guys so you guys can see. Let's say I want to upgrade this one. You will see when you upgrade these, I don't have enough coins. Let's see. Can we, this thing, let's do this. Since I upgrade this one, now this one is active, right? So I don't want this. But if you want, for example, if you want to use this node, you can have it at level 9 instead. That way you get the extra bonus. You just don't get the connection to it, right? So a lot of players just have it at +9 too. That way you don't have to get the passive bonus, but you can still get the node bonus from it. But it's not like super worth it for me, so I'm not going to do that. But it's just an example of how you can play around with these nodes, right? And certain nodes, which are the big ones, right, these things require certain things to be unlocked to be able to use. So this one, for example, I cannot get this one active, because to get this one active, you see what is required. It's required mastery points, which I have, but also required an attack achievement effect, which are these, right? Since I have achievement effects here, I can unlock this one and I can put points in this, but I cannot put points in this because I need to activate one of the smaller nodes in these, right? So once you hit the mastery point, which is level 90, you can activate the big ones, but to put points in them, you need to have one of these passes level up. So you can potentially, if I can remove my points from this one, right? I can remove my points from this one, just to show you guys. Like, I'm using extra currency, even though I'm not going to use them later. And you can try to unlock these, and then that will give me this bonus. And now I can unlock this. You see? Once I have the passive, I can do this. So this is basically how the nodes work, how you're supposed to be using, and how to work these. Now, what I really want you guys to do is read all of these, not only read them, but check if the stats actually work, because a lot of mistranslations with this. So you gotta have to be kind of careful of what you're leveling up or what you're upgrading, because if you're not, you might be getting screwed, right? So this is basically how the system works. Hopefully this helped you guys out of understanding a little bit more. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. The main thing that I want you guys to focus on is leveling your main 2 weapons. I'm going to say this again. Your main 2 weapons for me is Sword and Greatsword. I want to level them, and then I want to level these to unlock these passives right here. So my main goal is to get these level up to 20, 20, 20, 20 each. So I unlock the weapon mastery, and then I'm going to focus on my main 2 weapons so I can get more of these big nodes, right, and the passives. But that is it for the video for the mastery. Hopefully that made it a little bit easier for you guys to understand. There's probably going to be a bunch of builds on the mastery, but the main thing you guys need to know is level up your main weapons, level up extra weapons for the passives, and then you can work towards your build. Make sure you guys check out this video right here, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.